Welcome to another episode of Good Cooking, and we're back with another mailbag to answer all your questions and respond to your comments. I'm here with my boy, the one and only Benny Boy. And today we made a Caprese Pesto Panini. I mean, are you kidding me? Does it get better? It doesn't.
Nicely done.
That's phenomenal. What's the best thing I ever made?
You think this is the best thing you've ever made?
No. I say that after every episode.
You really do. You don't really do caprese paninis though, right?
No.
Like it's supposed to be cold?
I don't know.
I mean, it tastes
I
great.
heated mine up.
Were you planning to heat it up or did you kind of do it on the fly?
No, but it gives it a nice flavor instead of it just being cold. Plus you get the crispiness of the bread. I know what I'm doing.
You nailed it.
And somebody needs to make this when I put out what this is because it's that good.
Do you know what caprese means?
No. Isn't it just tomato and mozzarella?
Denoting a salad of fresh mozzarella, tomatoes, and basil.
That's it.
Huh.
Like if somebody said caprese to me, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. But I didn't know there was an act, I thought maybe it was like,
right.
Sorry, fake Italians from New York.
We've got a few recipe questions. You want to answer those?
Probably.
Roasted chicken dish.
Yeah.
When making the roasted chicken dish, can I use my large enameled cast iron casserole / skillet pan?
Oh, that's a good question because there's enamel. I don't know. As long as it's oven safe, yes. However, for 30 bucks, you go out and you get yourself a traditional cast iron pan and you won't be sorry because you can use it for a multitude of things.
Like?
Chicken dish, that's it.
Great.
But we've made a frittata in there. I use it for the steaks when I do it on the stovetop. The reason why I make the chicken dish in a cast iron pan is because it starts to absorb all of the seasoning and all of the flavors, so it gives it a really nice flavor, but it still will come out tremendous. So
excellent.
Go right ahead, as long as it's up and safe.
Should you use salted or unsalted butter when browning the steak in the cast iron skillet?
I think a lot of people are gonna say use unsalted butter, but if you're asking me, I throw that salted butter right in there because I don't care about rules, I don't care about anything. It's what I like.
Why do you have to do unsalted?
I don't know. There's a lot of people out there with a lot of opinions. If you're asking mine, throw the salted butter in there. It's absolutely delicious. Question for you.
Okay.
Have you enjoyed all of the things that we have made in the cast iron? From steaks, the frittata, mushrooms, the chicken dish. How do you feel about meals that have been prepared in the cast iron?
I feel great now that I know that they're in the cast iron.
Get one.
I'd have no idea if they were made in the cast iron or not, but I have enjoyed them.
You have filmed all of those.
Yeah, and I couldn't tell you the difference between cast iron and the Iron Curtain.
This is really interesting about you. You're a very difficult person to ask. Does this taste good? Is that a little too this? Is that a little too that?
No, I have the color blindness equivalent of a palate.
Yeah.
You know how like all dogs see gray?
Yeah.
My tongue just tastes kale.
Filming a cooking show is a great thing for you.
Yeah, no, it's been a huge, definitely what I want to do in my career.
Yeah.
Hey, who did you want to be when you grew up?
Oh, that's good. I wanted to be 3 people. Barry Bonds.
Okay, Barry Bonds.
And I think I may have mentioned to you when I was about 8 years old, Barry had a jerry curl going on. So I told my mom, how do I get that hair? And she looked at me and she goes, we would have to perm your hair. And I looked at her and I go, well, what are we waiting for? Pat Riley.
Yep.
And John Gotti.
Okay,
John Gotti, great dresser. Great suits, great dresser. I don't care what he
I don't know if that's what he's known for.
Didn't affect me.
I don't think that's the first thing they said in court. Like, hey, nice suits though.
Should be.
It is weird that 2 of your 3 guys are known actually for
good dressing.
Yeah, for being good dressers.
Right.
And you dress like this.
I'm over here, I got a house slipper on.
Oh yeah, should we talk about our hats?
Yes, let's talk about what we got going on here. You got the beautiful, what are we gonna call that? I'm gonna call that sea smoke, that color.
Sea smoke?
I
was gonna call it Dodger Blue.
Dodger Blue.
This is my Dodger hat.
It's a little, I don't know, it's not really Dodger Blue, but it's very nice. And then we got the traditional black and white. And these are gonna be for sale, along with other wanted apparel, sweatshirts and t-shirts. I think you guys should buy it because we wanna retire. If you wanna get rid of us on your screen, just buy all these hats.
Yeah, money.
That's it, that's all we need.
If you're sick of us, money will help.
Yeah, just send us away.
Yeah, we have no. This is not a passion.
We would
project
start like
for
a
us.
telethon. A dollar for $1.
This is a race to the finish line.
For $1.
There's no passion. There's no greater goal.
No.
No. It's a get in, get out.
If all 17,000 followers on Instagram would just give us $1,000 a month for the next 10 years,
You never see us again.
never see us again.
Yeah. Last question. What is your favorite part about this Caprese Pesto Panini?
I think it's the pesto. I really love the way it like brings it together. Because the mozzarella and tomato is really delicious, and you get the crispiness of the panini, but that little added pesto gives it a little extra, and you go, wow, that's fantastic.
That's it. Please make sure you subscribe, follow, endorse, buy some merch, or ask us questions that you want us to answer on future episodes. Anything you want to send us out with?
No, I just love you guys. And as always, I thank you very much for the support. And we're going to keep cooking and making beautiful meals that you can share with your friends and your family. And we love you. That's it.